Leopard demon. High IQ demon. The 70th, 71st, and 72nd trials of the 81 Calamities. Protagonist, Leopard demon. Weapon, Vajra hammer and 5-clawed steel hook. Characteristics, cruel and ruthless, accompanied by a highly intelligent follower who outwitted Sun Wukong. Weaknesses, greedy, ruthless, low combat strength, few subordinates. After escaping from the bottomless cave, Tang Seng and his disciples continued westward, soon arriving at a place called the Kingdom of Extinction. This kingdom earned its name because its king vowed to eradicate Buddhism, declaring that he would only stop after killing 10,000 monks. Before Tang Seng and his disciples arrived, the king had already killed 9,996 monks. Monks, knowing the king's brutality, dared not enter the kingdom, leaving the king unable to reach his goal. Tang Seng and his 3 disciples, 4 monks in total, arrived just in time to complete the count. Once the king discovered their identities, he would undoubtedly kill them. This challenge became the 70th trial in Tang Seng's journey to the west, known as the Trial of the Kingdom of Extinction. To change the king's prejudice against monks, Sun Wukong devised a clever plan. While the king and his ministers slept, Sun Wukong shaved all their heads, making everyone monks. From that point on, if the king wanted to kill monks, he would have to kill himself and his ministers. As a result, the king never mentioned killing monks again, and Tang Seng and his disciples successfully passed through the kingdom, reaching a place called Hidden Mist Mountain. In the mountain's folded peaks chain cave, lived a leopard demon named South Mountain King. Though the leopard demon had transformed into human form, its skin remained golden with black spots, making it look both comical and terrifying. Unlike other demons who fled from the heavenly court to the mortal realm, the leopard demon was a native. As a mere leopard, it would break into homes to eat people, and as a demon it became even more ferocious. Anyone passing by, whether a celebrity or a beauty, would be captured and eaten. The leopard demon was a true beast, or rather something worse. In its cave was a pavilion called the Skinning Pavilion, a name that alone sends chills down the spine. There were even more terrifying aspects, but I won't mention them to avoid frightening you. One day, when Tang Seng and his disciples arrived at Hidden Mist Mountain, a fierce wind suddenly blew, and thick white fog enveloped the entire valley. Tang Seng, trembling with fear on his horse, refused to move forward. Tang Seng said, "Such a high mountain, such thick fog, if we walk in without knowing what's ahead, I will definitely be eaten by demons. You 3 are powerful, but as for me..." Tang Seng began to ramble, but Sun Wukong quickly interrupted, "Master, don't worry. I'll go ahead and see if there are any demons." With a kick of his foot, Sun Wukong soared into the sky. Sure enough, he saw a group of demons casting spells at the edge of a cliff, with white fog spewing from their mouths, engulfing the entire mountain. This was the 71st trial in Tang Seng's journey to the west, encounter with demons at Hidden Mist Mountain. The most formidable among them was the wolf demon, who had just captured an old woodcutter along this path and was now waiting for the next prey. Little did he know that Sun Wukong was watching him from the clouds above. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sun Wukong squinted and counted the number of demons, only a dozen or so. If I throw down my Jingu Bang, they'll be dead in no time, he thought. Then with a sly grin he decided, hey, I should get Baji to have some fun and maybe help him lose some weight. With that, he returned to Tang Seng's side. Sun Wukong told Tang Seng, "Master, I just checked. The thick fog ahead isn't caused by demons. It's just a wealthy family steaming buns, and the white smoke is drifting over." Hearing about the buns, Zhu Baji started drooling. He quickly said to Tang Seng, "Master, look, even the white dragon horse is too hungry to move. I'll take him to graze, and when I get back, we can all go enjoy those big buns." Before Tang Seng could agree, Zhu Baji led the horse away in haste. Rounding a hill, Zhu Baji transformed into a chubby monk and walked toward the cliff. As he pretended to chant, "Eating grapes without spitting the skins, not eating grapes but spitting the skins," he foolishly wandered into the midst of the demons. The wolf demon exclaimed with delight, "Ha ha, another one," and he walked right into our trap. With that, the demons pounced on Zhu Baji. Zubaji, thinking they were just welcoming him to a meal, shyly said, "You all are so kind, I'm a bit embarrassed." Before he could finish, the wolf demon slapped him hard across the face, saying, "You wish? You want to eat our food? Let me see how tasty you are first." After saying that, he took a bite at Zubaji. Zubaji screamed in pain, grabbed his 9-tooth rake and scattered the demons. "This wretched monkey dares to trick me, just wait till I get back and deal with you." He then swung his rake and charged at the demons. The wolf demon wasn't to be outdone, wielding an iron club to fight Zubaji. The clanging of metal filled the air. Zubaji dodged a hidden weapon and kicked a weasel demon flying, truly impressive. Don't underestimate Zubaji for his laziness. After all, he was once Marshal of Heavenly Canopy. Facing a wolf demon, even with a dozen demons attacking together, Zubaji could handle them with ease. "Ha! Come at me all at once. After I'm done, I'll deal with that monkey too." Seeing the situation turn unfavorable, the wolf demon quickly fled. At that moment, the leopard demon was napping in his cave when a sudden scream startled him, causing him to roll onto the floor. "Who dares disturb my nap?" he roared. The wolf demon quickly reported what had happened with Zubaji. The leopard demon, enraged, grabbed his weapon and stormed out of the cave. The iron rod collided with Zubaji's rake with a thunderous crash, sparks flying like lightning in the night sky. Zubaji didn't back down and struck the leopard demon's rod with a loud clang, shaking rocks loose from the mountain peak, tumbling into the valley. The two fought for dozens of rounds without a clear winner. At this point, the leopard demon waved his claws, and hundreds of minions surrounded Zubaji, attacking him with long spears and cannons, forcing Zubaji to retreat to the edge of a cliff. One more step and he would have fallen. Why is he taking so long to return? I'd better check on him. Sun Wukong began to worry about Zubaji and flew toward the cliff on his somersault cloud. Zubaji was standing on a loose rock, battling the group of demons with half his body already hanging over the cliff. At this critical moment, Sun Wukong shouted, "Baji, don't be afraid. Your senior brother is here to save you." Hearing that Sun Wukong had arrived, Zubaji laughed triumphantly at the leopard demon. "Ha? My senior brother is here, I'm not afraid of you." With newfound vigor, he fought even more fiercely, and surprisingly managed to win on his own. The defeated leopard demon sat in his cave, sighing in frustration. In the corner, an elderly demon sneaked over to his side and said, "My king, I have a plan that will allow you to not only defeat Sun Wukong, but also feast on Tang Seng's flesh." The old demon's plan: lure the tiger away from the mountain. It turned out that his old demon had once fought at Lion Camel Ridge, where he was beaten by Sun Wukong and barely escaped to serve under the leopard demon. Pointing outside the cave, the old demon said, "My king, Sun Wukong may be powerful and clever, but he's not as cunning as we are. I have a plan to easily capture Tang Seng." Whispering in the leopard demon's ear, he revealed his scheme. It's called the lure the tiger away from the mountain strategy. Excited, the leopard demon slapped his thigh and said, "Great, we'll act tomorrow." The next day, as Tang Seng and his disciples continued their journey, stones tumbled down the mountain, and the leopard demon suddenly lunged at Tang Seng. Zubaji pulled out his rake to fight, but the leopard demon retreated down the mountain, taunting, "Come catch me if you're brave." Zubaji, without thinking, chased him, and soon disappeared into the valley. Not long after, the leopard demon sprang out from the valley and lunged at Tang Seng's neck. Sun Wukong fought him off with his staff, but the leopard demon dashed up the mountain, taunting, "Come catch me if you can." Sun Wukong also followed without hesitation, and soon vanished at the mountaintop. After a while, the leopard demon leapt out from the bushes, claws aiming at Tang Seng's heart. Xuanzang took up his weapon and followed, disappearing down the road. Tang Seng was now alone on his horse, unaware that the real leopard demon was standing above him on the cloud. The leopard demon's sinister laughter sent shivers down Tang Seng's spine. "I've lured them away with my minions disguised as me. Now it's my turn to deal with Tang Seng." With a wave of his sleeve, a 5-clawed steel hook descended from the sky, snatching up poor Tang Seng like a toy in a claw machine. When the three disciples finished fighting off the demons and returned to the road, they found only the white dragon horse standing alone. Tang Seng was missing. They realized they had fallen into the leopard demon's trap. Meanwhile, in the cave, the leopard demon and his minions were celebrating. Prepare the steamer. Tonight, I will feast on steamed Tang Seng meat and become an immortal, the leopard demon declared, laughing. Before he could finish, the old demon rushed forward to stop him. No, if you eat Tang Seng now, his three disciples will seek revenge and will be doomed. The old demon continued, I have a plan that will let you eat Tang Seng's flesh without worry. At that moment, Sun Wukong, Zubaji, and Xuanzang were scouring the mountains for Tang Seng. Zubaji shouted, Master, where are you? I've got your favorite steamed buns. Come and eat. But Tang Seng seemed to have vanished from the world. Monkey, look. Zubaji pointed down a cliff. There's a cave. Sun Wukong used his fiery eyes and saw the cave filled with demonic aura. Master is in there. Zubaji raised his rake and struck the stone door. Demon, release my master or I'll smash your cave to bits. The noise woke the leopard demon from his sleep, and he tumbled out of bed in fear. He quickly summoned the old demon and asked, What should we do next? Leave it to me, my king, the old demon said, carving a willow root into the shape of a human head. With a breath, the root transformed into a lifelike head. The old demon picked up the human head and tossed it outside, feigning sorrow. Great sage, I'm sorry, but our king has eaten your master. Zubaji saw the head and immediately burst into tears, but before he could wail for long, Sun Wukong slapped him. Fool, why are you crying? This is just a willow root. Upon closer inspection, Zubaji realized he'd been tricked. How dare you fool your grandpa pig? Zubaji lifted his rake and smashed the fake head to pieces. Seeing this, the leopard demon panicked and rushed back into the cave, asking the old demon, the fake head was exposed, what now? The old demon replied, then find a real head for them. He went to the skinning pavilion, selected a real human head, and threw it outside the stone door. When Sun Wukong saw the real head, tears streamed down his face and Zubaji and Xuanzang collapsed to the ground wailing. Zubaji, clutching the head, found a shady spot to bury it. With clenched fists he turned to Sun Wukong and said, Senior brother, we must avenge our master. With that, the three brothers grabbed their weapons and charged toward the stone door. Sun Wukong circled around to sneak in. Zubaji's anger turned him into a powerhouse. He lifted his rake and smashed the stone door into pieces. The demons inside were terrified. The wolf demon stepped forward and howled, Brothers, they've already broken in. Let's fight to death. Charge! The little demons raised their weapons, creating a deafening clamor that shook the cave. The leopard demon, riled up by the chaos, had his eyes turn red with excitement. Sensing danger, the old demon quickly grabbed his hand and said, My king, I have another plan. But the leopard demon, now deaf to reason, raised his iron staff and shouted, Charge, brothers! Let's capture Sun Wukong, and feast on their master and his disciples. The leopard demon immediately attacked Sun Wukong, but was no match for him. Sun Wukong soared to the clouds, enlarged his Jin Gu Bang, and stirred it through the valley like a giant chopstick. Demons fled in panic, and those who couldn't escape were crushed. Zubaji, equally fierce, swung his rake and sent a row of demons flying. The leopard demon, already terrified, knew he had no chance against Sun Wukong, especially with Zubaji's strength added into the mix. Brothers, retreat. The leopard demon cast a spell, summoning a strong wind and thick fog. Taking advantage of the confusion, he escaped on a cloud. The wolf demon tried to flee but was killed by Zubaji's wild rake. The leopard demon reached the depths of the cave and slammed the door shut. That was close. Sun Wukong almost killed me, he said, clutching his chest. He ordered the small demons to block the door with stones, piling them up to about half a person's height. Just as they finished, Sun Wukong and his companions arrived and began pounding on the door. Boom, boom, boom. But the stone door remained immovable. The leopard demon, feeling triumphant, said, Ha! They can't get in. Once they leave, I can still feast on Tang Seng. I'll be the one who laughs last. Outside, Sun Wukong fixed his gaze on the stone door and thought of a plan. Baji, the cave must have a back door if it has a front one. I'll sneak in from behind. He moved around to the back of the mountain and found a ditch with dirty water flowing out. Sun Wukong landed on the ditch, revealing a small stone door. Transforming into a small snake, he slithered through the ditch and entered the cave. Once in shallow water, he turned into a crab, but then quickly changed into a water rat to speed up. He darted into the leopard demon's lair. Upon reaching the leopard demon's lair, Sun Wukong transformed into a winged ant and buzzed over to the leopard demon. At that moment, the leopard demon was lying on his bed, gasping. A small demon rushed in and announced, "My king, good news. Sun Wukong and Zhu Baji have left, they couldn't break the door." The leopard demon leaped up in joy. "Ha! Now I can feast on Tang Seng. Prepare the steamer and oven, I am having a grand meal tonight." Unbeknownst to him, Sun Wukong was right beside him. Realizing Tang Seng was alive, Sun Wukong quickly searched the cave and soon reached Tang Seng. As Sun Wukong was about to lead him out, several small demons entered. Sun Wukong swiftly plucked a few hairs and blew on them, turning them into sleep insects that crawled into the demons' noses. The demons fell asleep instantly, their faces hitting the ground. With Tang Seng rescued, Sun Wukong and Zhu Baji returned to the cave. Inside, the demons were groggy from the sleep insects, and the leopard demon drooled in his slumber. Zhu Baji exclaimed, "These demons are terrible. If we let them go, they'll just harm other villagers." He then set fire to the cave, burning it down completely. The Jade Emperor was petty and vengeful. After defeating the leopard demon, the four continued their journey and arrived at Fengshan County. The locals told them that although Fengshan County used to be prosperous, it hadn't rained for 3 years, leaving the people in misery. Sun Wukong thought, "This is easy, I'll just ask the Dragon King for rain." But when he approached the Dragon King, who was usually accommodating, the Dragon King hesitated and said, "It's not that I don't want to help you, great sage, but the Jade Emperor has forbidden rain in Fengshan County." Sun Wukong was puzzled and asked, "Why would the Jade Emperor do that?" The Dragon King explained, "Years ago, the prefect of Fengshan overturned the altar during a family dispute, causing the offerings to the Jade Emperor to scatter and be eaten by dogs. Unfortunately, the Jade Emperor witnessed this, and enraged, decreed that no rain would fall on Fengshan County." Sun Wukong thought, "How petty of the Jade Emperor. Just because some dogs ate his offerings, he's caused this drought for years." Determined to help, Sun Wukong went to the Jade Emperor to plead for rain. In heaven, Sun Wukong found the Jade Emperor had set up a challenge: a mountain of flour, a mountain of rice, and a golden lock under a burning oil lamp. A dog was licking the flour, a chicken was pecking the rice, and the lamp was slowly burning the lock. The Jade Emperor declared that only when the dog licked all the flour, the chicken ate all the rice, and the lamp burned through the lock, would rain be allowed. Sun Wukong thought, "This is impossible. Unless I had Pigsy here." He quickly summoned Zhu Baji, known for his appetite, to tackle the mountains of food, while Sun Wukong tried to burn the golden lock with his magic. Despite their efforts, the flour and rice barely diminished, and the lock remained intact. Realizing they were outmatched, Sun Wukong pleaded with the Jade Emperor, promising that the people of Fengshan had repented. Fearing another uproar from the Monkey King, the Jade Emperor reluctantly ordered rain for Fengshan County, thus resolving the 72nd calamity on their journey to the west.